inclusive,
inclusive, inclusive,
inclusive,
inclusive.
I feel my husband and I can provide a warm, inclusive, nurturing environment that validates the cultural identity of our shared Native American heritage. Thank you.
Door to door.
Consecutive hours?
Yes, and also Mr. Gross is required to spend 600 minutes away from work each week.
Inclusive of the date?
No.
Inclusive of the date?
No.
Inclusive of the date?
No. In addition.
That could be problematic.
We're open to negotiation.
Infatuation.
I call that being a great handler. The man was inclusive and inclusive and inclusive and reassuring. Everything you're not.
Please, look, don't do this.
Okay, don't hurt my wife.
Or the rest of us. Let's be inclusive.
Hey, everybody just stay calm. All right, we're all gonna be fine.
Look, you're not in charge. I am.
Visit some time.
I get 2 weeks off a year, and all due respect, Sandals has an inclusive buffet. You got that in Storybrooke?
Faxed to me by a friend. It's quite inclusive. All the blue pages, the short sales, the fake company.
It's no secret that they lowered the standards of the test to be more inclusive. Isn't that right, Mr. Soon-to-be Union President?
nobility,
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 nobility.
Nobility.
Face and to cheat it? Come on, there's nobility in that. It's like being knights.
That's nobility. That's nobility. That's nobility. That's what makes a man a hero.
There's no nobility in death. You feel that? That's the price of your nobility.
I sin in envying his nobility. And were I anything but what I am, I would wish me own.
Come again? What's that?
You want to talk about noble ground? You would sell your nobility for a week's wage at any given moment.
Your only achievement was being born into nobility, and you somehow failed to reproduce even that.
Ever since.
The beauty of the Vale is matched only by the nobility of its great families.
Just stupid. It's an accident. There's no nobility to it.
This robe doesn't have the slightest trace of your natural radiance or nobility, but if it could be a...
linger, linger,
Linger,
linger,
Linger.
The song, the singing bowl, the questions, we've done that a few dozen times. These are cues that will hopefully linger in his unconscious mind even after he's died.
Visual traces of it from the night before?
Yes, cytrophenol can linger in the system for several days.
So, therefore, could justice...
Malaria, syphilis, tuberculosis, these linger in the tissues. They hide from sight only to re-emerge.
On the surface. But emotions, they're very deep, primal, they linger. Jonas. I usually put some flowers there. Do you linger at bus stations for pleasure? No.
Will not a trace of it linger to mock and torment us?
Regardless, as long as you're on that anklet, I'd rather not linger. Where's my diamond?
Location's in here. Your turn.
2 boats at the lake.
Unless you want some serious frostbite, be careful you're not outside for more than a few minutes at a time.
Don't linger out in the cold, is that what you're saying? Thanks for the help.
In the first place, and how long can I keep it up?
From the moment you have your FTL data, give me an update. Let's not let this thing linger out there longer than we have to.
Yes, sir. You wanted to see me, sir?
And here's what you need to know. This man's efficient. He doesn't linger, he doesn't collect trophies, there's no ego involved in what he does. And if
there'll be a little cleanup. Some folks will want to linger on the story, but we're over the hump, I'd say.
So we can leave the house now?
Commonwealth,
Commonwealth.
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 The British Commonwealth. 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 They froze your assets?
Yes.
All rise. The Sixth Circuit, the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Honorable Special Justice William Chesney.
Frank Henson, 15 years ago, you were convicted by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, for the 1998 murder of Kimberly Tolbert.
According to Commonwealth records, this planet was seeded by brass axe industries roughly 100,000 years ago.
We're going to pretend this never happened. Okay, and as for Alex Jones, he has orders not to leave the Commonwealth.
What?
Agencies in our nation. As the governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I am confident each and every one of you will serve with distinction, honor, and integrity.
Congratulations to all our new troopers. Thank you. You are dismissed.
Even more. At the Commonwealth fundraiser last month, she got totally bombed.
Correct. The Commonwealth of Australia was formed on what day? Brandon.
January 1st, 1901.
Right.
What is the meaning of this? This, my good king, is going to be remembered as a most historic night in your delightful Commonwealth.
Moach, on behalf of the Commonwealth of Canada, we apologize.
Clamp.
Clamp. Clamp. Clamp.
Clamp.
Give me that clamp.
Jeffrey Dancourt.
Thanks for noticing.
Quiet, guys. This is outside.
All I can tell you right now is we've clamped everything down around the federal building. We don't know what's going on inside.
It's about time they got here. Someone's getting sued if we're not rescued soon.
Yo, I'm gonna get out of Dodge. You've got to get out too. Get out of Prague. Mikhail, clamp the voice. And I give you up.
Yes, but if you're asking if Chum Hum had a secret agreement with other companies to hold down salaries or to clamp down on poaching, no.
What have I done? No, clamp the intestines, Vanessa.
What?
Clamp the intestine!
Talk to me after you had to have something clamped onto your breast every 3 to 4 hours.
You think I never had my nipples clamped?
You left a clamp in Samantha Cropsey's chest during a routine bypass surgery.
Okay. I had just about enough of this.
How much blood? Where the hell are you bleeding from, Kate? Pulmonary vein. Clamp.
In the crate, clamp it shut, bungee cord, and we lower her down slowly. Right upper quadrant is flowing badly.
No, I patted it.
I need you to clamp under the liver so I can get a look back there.
He's stabilized for now. But he needs more stitches, and if this clamp comes loose, he'll bleed out in seconds. What's that? If I let go of this clamp, he dies. I just sliced this man's brachial artery.
Grim.
Grim. Grim.
Grim. Grim.
Don't look so grim, Jon Snow. Man's ready to relax you. You'll live another day. And if you don't...
The hounds have the scent. Come, Maester. Don't look so grim. It's all just a game.
You must work hard to attain perfection. You must be solemn, focused, grim, resolute.
In other words, kids...
We don't need him hanging around now, creeping people out. He's like the Grim Reaper.
That's all part of the plan.
My mother always told me you Westerosi were a grim lot. Grim, bearded, stinking barbarians that would row across the narrow sea and steal us from our beds.
Yearnings and cravings. You know what this thing does? It imparts a grim stampeding inhumanity against anything decent. What kind of prognosis?
Grim. And that's optimistic.
Holy crap, who invited the Grim Reaper?
Hey, whoa, hey.
Fighting what? Grim Reapers? With his 10-year-old masters?
12. Look, it's manga.
This is grim.
And now for the bad, our fourth client, the Grim Reaper.
Secondary turrets, over.
The guns are silent now, but seem ever on guard. It's a grim place.
Annihilate.
Annihilate.
Annihilate. Annihilate. Annihilate.
And for that they would annihilate us both, annihilate us both, annihilate us both. You see, I had made a fatal error.
So, the guy drags the woman here to assault her, then gets annihilated, and Bolton's locked up.
Persians, Arabs, what's the difference? They both want the same thing, which is to annihilate us, annihilate us, annihilate us.
If I'd been smarter, I could have annihilated Petra's little doctor while you were micromanaging Bean. That can't happen, understand?
I told you I know where Travolta's out is, I know where he's going. I just annihilated 4 geezers to get you that information. And you don't even want to hear it.
Genetic plasticity. Several million years ago, a gene plague caused by cloning nearly annihilated the entire human race.
What the hell is this? Why are we even here? We are here to get annihilated.
Have you got any plans for dinner?
From that fort.
Though you conveniently omitted the part about how you prepared to use a Spanish warship to annihilate the fort to achieve that end.
Lives.
Your voters will know impact once 2014 AZ-5 annihilates their condos.
Demands, I will not only torture and kill your friends, I will annihilate your ship and every soul on board.
Wasn't that bad?
She annihilated me. It wasn't a fair fight, though. She was a track star.
You ran track?
Priests, women, standing on the parapets could only watch as the entire Mexican army is annihilated. This Apache crossfire.
Cement.
Cement. Cement.
Cement.
Cement.
Cement still hasn't dried. Cement still hasn't dried. Cement still hasn't dried, but it should be fine by tomorrow night.
Okay.
Still, it's extremely fragile, and I don't trust the...
Give the mud a treat. Now cement that wall up. Now cement that wall up. Now cement that wall up.
That sound? Hammer the nails, pour the cement down, pour the cement down, pour the cement down. Good men are gonna raise their families here.
I want you guys to pour the cement on the south corner first.
Can we start in the south corner first?
No, it's all good. I was like, whatever, get him the hell out of here. I swear to God, I'm filling in that pool with cement. Not personally, because you'll hire a Home Depot dude for that task.
Northwest climate.
I've heard of Russian mob guys pouring cement down an informant's throat, but clay's the first.
Marriage is hard enough, but when you throw in cement walls and armed guards, iron bars, it tends to go downhill rather quickly.
Wow. Who knew cement overcoats would be back for fall?
I need to chisel out the concrete by hand before I can autopsy, but it's pretty clear she was shot to death.
Like through the cement factory tunnels.
They close us off. After the flood when...
So you've just been lying to him?
See the stuff in my nose? Rubber cement.
Nausea.
Nausea.
Nausea. Nausea. Nausea.
Nausea, 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 vomiting, some hallucinations.
Violent, mind-bending hallucinations.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hi, Alicia. I'm sorry I had about nausea, but I'm all good. Do you guys mind if I... It's just for nausea. Nausea. Nausea.
Wow. $300 a pill and no fun?
I'd start feeling the nausea and swelling. We'd celebrate.
Jesus, Mike. Following direct exposure to sarin gas, victims suffer tightness of breath, nausea, drooling.
Yes.
And, of course, there's the possibility of nausea.
With, Gabrielle's nausea was suddenly replaced by an even stronger sensation.
What's the matter?
I'm sorry.
feel a little nauseated.
Whoa, don't bath on me. It's a new share.
No problem. I managed to clean out the last filter before the nausea overwhelmed me.
Okay, if we're out of here in 15 minutes, we should be able to get home with a little nausea and no hair loss.
How are you feeling? Better than yesterday. I might take off early if the nausea comes back.
Mentality.
Mentality. Mentality.
Mentality.
Mentality.
Your life. You're a killer. You're a junkie. Fucking child mentality. Child mentality. Child mentality. What's mine?
Cooperation is counter-operational. And that's the mentality. The mentality. The mentality.
The way to read them is like don't notice. It's a pack mentality. It's a pack mentality. It's a pack mentality.
All of this just to steal?
When the gang mentality sets in, unsubs become more capable of heinous acts.
David's not much for parties.
Perhaps if you acquired shares in that mentality, your star would be rising as fast as David's.
All work and...
They're not really the violent type. It's just, I don't know. Any group with a herd mentality kind of wigs me out, you know? Tend to make me a little constipated. I mean, I get it, you know? I get the whole tribe mentality, us against them, safety and numbers thing, but hooking kids on drugs and...
Now, things have been going ugly for you for a while now. It's herd mentality. The tide turns, everybody wigs out.
The way that the stalker mentality works, you probably had some kind of exchange with him in high school, something that meant nothing to you, but that...
Catching.
Catching.
Catching. Catching.
Catching. Be ready by December. And he's got some catching up to do. Catching up to do. Catching up to do. So do I by the looks of things. Math was never my strong suit.
I'm not saying this.
You catching on. You catching on. You catching on. About fucking time.
Focus. It's a good focus, I know. Catching, murderers. But all in all, I'd rather be like me than like you, so if...
Going for the cheek.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, well, nice catching up, and best of luck with the application process. Here's my card.
Are you close to catching somebody, you think?
Yes, we may be.
There's life at the sharp end. Must be run off your feet catching all them criminals from beyond the desk.
Both subjects. I don't have to tell you what catching this guy would mean. In other words, stay small, stay cool, stay out of sight.
Kate, I'll start over. It must eat you alive knowing that you came so close to catching me.
You've been catching 8 balls for me. I owe you a solid.
I think maybe Hawaii is just catching up to the times.
Maybe.
Pervert.
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 Pervert. Pervert.
The girl who fucked the bear.
That was like 20 years ago, and she was a pervert. Pervert. I'm a mascot.
It's of artistic expression.
So, she's calling me a pervert. Pervert.
Essentially.
Yeah. What?
You're married?
No.
Married pervert.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah.
Me neither.
We're not a pervert.
Yeah.
Does that.
That's what you would have to be. It takes a pervert to swap girlfriends. You never have done it.
I was a kid, and you dragged me into your perverted mess.
So in Chicago, you tried to kill yourself.
Hang on. Slow down. Deep breaths.
Don't patronize me. He's some fucking psycho fucking pervert like all those other sick fucks you read about.
It's been 2 hours. You think I'm gonna trust that pervert? Yeah.
Where's a souvenir?
Well, is it possible a pervert like this has ever been arrested?
There's a good chance that a serial sex offender with an underwear fetish has been caught before.
Whatever. Pervert, stop looking for a threesome.
That's why you wanted me out of the picture from the start.
Up and I let him. It's no wonder you're perverted. Look who your parents are.
In the face.
God, you're just as perverted as Barney.
That is Field Marshal pervert to you.
Personality.
Personality.
Personality. Personality. Personality.
It's because Hartley had a challenging personality. Challenging personality. Challenging personality.
What she means is he was mostly a jerk.
Myself and my daughter, and he said that nobody would buy the paintings without his personality. His personality. His personality. Maybe he was right.
Not really. Like most criminals, you have a paranoid personality. Personality. Personality.
His personality was just like magnetic. Okay, so people were just drawn to him all the time. And because of that personality, for too long, he was about the most...
Oh, Jesus. Well, at least she's legal. Press statement from us saying that we're a party of policy, not personality. Concentrating on the real issues of getting...
It's a personality thing. I would advise someone in a reverse situation to give you more rope.
I never said all about her personality. Like, I mean, she's probably quite nice if you get to know her.
No, and they won't say now about your personality neither, which is good because you're basically a bastard.
You think I'm an antisocial personality?
Yeah, sure, who is it?
She's part Aboriginal, but has a great personality.
No, I'm not really from the future. I just have borderline personality disorder.
Shut the fuck up, Greg. Sit down.
So cocky.
Well, his arrogance is typical of a dominant personality. He's found a submissive who's willing to kill for him.
Is that why Charlotte likes you? Because I know it's not your personality.
Maybe because I'm there for her.
Magistrate.
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 Magistrate. Magistrate.
A prosecutor who seeks the truth. A magistrate who dispenses justice. And a lawyer who charges too much.
Good evening, miss. Madam.
Don't talk to her like that. You sound like a magistrate. Magistrate.
I'm Judge Abernathy. I'm the magistrate on call for electioneering disputes. What is the issue, Counselor?
We have some questions.
Help me find that painting, or I'll have the magistrate open that file and prosecute at random.
Nico, that doesn't sound German.
It's not. This is from 1759. After the disappearance of the magistrate and his wife, I tracked what I believe to be a wilderman through Starksborough into the Camel's Hump Forest.
Good. Because I was just put in charge of the manhunt, which means I need them arrested and in front of a magistrate by tomorrow morning.
I tell you, I don't know where he is.
Schweikert and Coakley are pursuing an aggressive strategy, but looking at the relevant case law, I don't think it's going to play with this magistrate judge.
A magistrate is writing up an order authorizing you to investigate this crime series. This series only. Thank you.
The French National Police. If you let me go, I will speak to the magistrate and I will tell him you were very compassionate. You know, I normally let you do this yourself, but this is all...
Alleviate.
Alleviate. Alleviate.
Alleviate. Alleviate.
That'll alleviate the pressure of having to be, a normal person.
And we're hoping to alleviate any further pain your family may suffer by offering some...
House too. Pliny the Elder thought eating fried canaries would alleviate a hangover.
If one of the local bitches is in heat, she will remain so without any assistance on your part to alleviate her condition.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the... Anyone?
Is that Boys to Men?
I was thinking of a way to alleviate all that stress he's in feeling.
That is not fair. Remember, we said no teasing.
Well, this is stressful on all of us.
I think I may have a little something to help alleviate some of that stress.
Brains out. Come on, man. Your writing helps alleviate your suicidal self-loathing and shit.
I don't have suicidal...
That would alleviate any uncertainty.
You'd be wise not to.
Small.
My husband has agreed to the procedure you suggested.
Oh, the one to alleviate his snoring? To simmer down.
No, I know. Your arthrogryposis symptoms are worsening, but today's surgery will alleviate the scarring and hopefully the pain.
Mercenary.
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 Mr. Wilde, how can I become a mercenary like you? If someone were hypothetically interested in creating a small explosion.
Admit it or not, I have proof. You hired the mercenary that murdered Ben. Put Jack in the hospital.
Arthur's researching the company that funded your mercenary. A to Z Technologies.
Yeah, you can. You can get out of the business. Be done with this shit. No more soldiering, no more messing with work.
Okay.
Oh, well. What would our visit be without a hint of the mercenary? What do you want?
Rescuing him was your mission.
Well, the mission has changed. Edward Fires is a mercenary, and he is not on this island by mistake. He has plans for Leah and you. Holy God.
Why would Turner want to destroy the city?
Doesn't.
He's a mercenary selling his services to the highest bidder. This watch belonged to one of the guys Turner was working with.
She's a mass murderer.
And you're a mercenary.
Girls gotta eat.
Braden.
Who's Brady?
She's a mercenary. Right now, I'm the only one who's gonna take her to La Iglesia.
The church?
What's this?
It's all I got left. I want to hire you to help me take down those guys who killed my brother.
So if I'm not a cop, I'm a mercenary, is that it?
We could leave the Drakes to their own devices.
Well, that's pretty mercenary of you, Finch. I kind of like it.
Your name ain't Holt. And you're no lawyer. You're a mercenary.
Nasty.
Nasty. Nasty.
Nasty.
Nasty.
Need a couple of stitches. It's a nasty cut.
It's nasty below. Done with a bloody crowbar.
For a long time, and when they don't get what they want, they get nasty.
Oh, they get nasty, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got a nasty mouth when you stressed.
I might be able to answer that question if Carter over here stopped running his nasty mouth.
Cut the shit, let's get to work.
Well, it only just happened. He just proposed. Oh, that looks nasty.
How did I do that?
Excuse me a second.
Get me.
You all right there, kid? You took quite a dose of that nasty gas.
You all right?
Yeah, just caught it on the rocks. Well, it looks nasty. You might want a tetanus shot.
Oh, that's all right. We're just going to put some antiseptic on it. It'll be fine.
Good. Because that panther meat is nasty.
Johnny, do me a favor, man. Open this mail. Try not to get any of that nasty steak juice on it. You stay there.
So I heard. Also heard it got a little nasty with Quinn today.
Yeah, well, I'm fighting a nasty yeast infection.
Kim talked to me. I got pretty nasty. I'm not.
Perfume.
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 Wow, French perfume.
Champagne. That's gonna bring me 30 bills a bottle where we're going.
You smell like perfume. Oh, it's my mother's.
Me. Smell my perfume. It's perfume. It's called accommodation.
You just spit on my carpet.
You sprayed perfume in my mouth. What's your problem?
On some level, he must want it because he keeps coming back for it. It's like that perfume that you love that you can't stop smelling even when there's something sour in it.
You're wearing perfume.
Mr. Heidel.
Answer the question.
Get
a healthy article. Is it true you wear nothing in bed except perfume?
Darling, as I'm in England, let's say I sleep in nothing but Yardley's lab.
No.
Smells like you got stood up again. Perfume and frustration.
What are you doing in here?
We need perfume and gas X stat.
I'm on it.
There.
What? Smell my perfume.
to you too.
You're wearing perfume?
I am, in fact. I put on.
She always dresses nice.
Musk perfume, gold tips. When has she ever worn gold tips to our house, Kev?
Incidentally.
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 Sophie first.
What can I say, Howard? He's a moron.
Instantly, Stanley, I think if you could bottle up your sarcasm a little more skillfully, it might help us on our...
And now they've turned against me anyway, and none the wiser about this. Incidentally, I have to thank you for slitting that assassin's throat. You might have saved my life.
Insurance money is a finder's fee. Done. Oh, and incidentally, I asked for some cheese, not an instrument of biological warfare.
My first job out of graduate school was working for Leslie Breitbart.
Jeez Louise.
That's also incidentally how I met Cornelia. He's her dad.
And incidentally, sir, we both really wanted to thank you for dinner last night and for the champagne.
It was amazing.
You might want to try next time you're at the office. You've been missing things lately. I'm getting real tired of it. Incidentally, later on today, we're having a big vote on that building renovation. I need you there to help me vote it in.
Fine, I'll vote at your stupid meeting as long as you give me the camera.
And Chuck, not incidentally, it is absolutely vital that we dot our I's and cross our T's here. Invaluable. So, thank you.
Remember, just sitting on a bar stool playing drums in my head like Joe Jones was on stage, which incidentally can't be done.
When one gets beaten up every other day in school, one of necessity develops a keen sense of hearing. Incidentally, one can get beaten up in school simply by referring to oneself as one. I'm making English.
Just a minute, please.
That's the lawyer, right? You can always tell a damn lawyer.
I represent my son, who is also a minor, incidentally.
Minor?
A minor murderer?
She may love you a bit, but mostly I'd say she wants to shock her mother, whom incidentally she hates.
Excuse me?
That is a box for Betamax tape, not VHS. VHS is actually 8% larger than Betas. Incidentally, they were inferior in every way. Beta had better picture, better sound, but for some reason the format never caught on with the general public.
A fate worse than death, which, incidentally, is exactly what I've got in store for you.
Harass.
Harass. Harass.
Harass.
Harass.
You can't win. You don't even want to win. You just want to harass gun manufacturers. Harass gun manufacturers. Harass gun manufacturers.
So it's the Wild West, is it?
What's the matter? You can harass old men, harass old men, harass old men, but you can't handle kids?
I told them to stop, but they wouldn't listen.
You will not speak to him. You will not approach him. You will not assault or harass him physically or psychologically.
My father's given me a duty to harass the English advance.
I don't know how. There are toaster ovens in our kitchen. 2, Max. I promise not to sexually harass you no matter how much I'm required to as your superior. 2, Caroline. I cannot promise the same.
I win.
So that's when you called the lawyer?
Hell yes. They're not getting away with this. They are not going to harass me. I am going to sue their ass, and Carlos is being served papers tomorrow.
Wow. We can't allow rebels behind our lines to harass us with impunity. We look like fools and they look like heroes. That's how kings fall.
I better go. Got some professors to roust.
I set up this task force. I gave you immunity and the means to pursue major felons, not to harass major supporters of Hawaii.
Did you find something?
The victims don't appear to have known each other.
Why would you harass a perfect stranger?
It's lucky we have Sebastian.
He's not a criminal. You're going after the wrong person. And if you think that you can intimidate me, harass me like this in my own home, I will file a formal complaint.
You're starting to sound an awful lot like him.
Intermediate.
Intermediate. Intermediate.
Intermediate.
Intermediate.
The only joint that'll bend over 90 degrees is between the proximal and intermediate phalanges.
Right.
finger stuff.
I don't see the exit wound clearly. Looks like the muzzle of the gun was held in intermediate proximity close to the chest.
Oh, there's gotta be a bullet around here somewhere.
Left foot, crushing fractures to the metatarsals and intermediate cuneiform. Hairline fracture to the C2 vertebra.
Those couples have already taken both the introductory and intermediate sessions.
Well, they got problems, you know what I'm saying? Advanced problems.
Well, lots and lots of money for you, I imagine, Mr. Little.
Call Agent Booth. This is his jurisdiction now.
Thank God.
Prominent malar and intermediate nasal spine collectively suggests Hispanic descent.
Any way you can get the VIN so we can trace the car?
Yeah, sure.
We are missing the fifth right distal phalanx, the left medial and intermedial cuneiforms, as well as the right patella. Using your hands would allow for a more productive search.
Clip.
Clip. Clip.
Clip.
Clip.
Do you think if I hit him with a paperclip, would he move?
Yeah, I don't know. Do it.
Oh.
The cops are going to be here any second. They're going to take your ass in.
Cops ain't gonna help you. You clipped one of them. Plus you got another one laying over there somewhere.
You'll really be my loverly bride. You cook and clean and massage my bunions and clip my thick yellow toenails. Hey.
Isn't that what you're hired to do, to take things like this off the internet?
But it's out there. Even if I could persuade one site to pull down one clip, there are a dozen others from other cell phones.
What should we do?
Our cameras tried to catch up with him earlier this week. Take a look at this clip. Machito wouldn't even stop to talk to the press, referring only to this fight as an insult to his creation.
Is that the way you hold a gun?
It's the way I hold it, yeah.
You know how to jack the clip, empty it, clean it?
And in the hallway, I noticed a woman was trying to pick an office door lock using a wrench and an opened up paperclip. I assumed
To the water. Aside from the one we clipped who's sitting in our medical bay, the others never came up for air.
Oh no, I think something just clipped me on the way down.
Keep an eye on things.
Do we get paid extra?
No, but if you play your cards right, you'll avoid a clip around the ear.
Probably one of those guys that can get out of anything with a paperclip. Where'd you learn this stuff?
It's a long story.
On the internet, a YouTube clip set to techno music has logged more than 300,000 hits and spawned dozens of other spoofs.
Courtesy.
Courtesy. Courtesy.
Courtesy.
Courtesy.
Get some new teeth.
Yeah. Courtesy, courtesy, courtesy of Uncle Sam. Best dentist in the world.
Looks nice. Here, I brought you something. I'm coming here as a courtesy. 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 I don't need your campaign anymore.
Evict him. You can't do that. We'll find someone who will. This is a courtesy meeting. This is a courtesy meeting. This is a courtesy meeting. Not a strategy session.
Yeah, this is a courtesy call, Lieutenant.
One.
I'm still working the Greeley case until I hear otherwise from my boss.
Thou hast never in thy life shown thy dear mother any courtesy. When she, poor hen, has clucked thee to the wars.
Laser boy, you're not getting any play from the department.
Why are you doing this?
$200 a day, courtesy of your lovely mother. You get your way, I'm gonna need all the canteen money I can scrape together.
I used to take you on my knee and tell you wild tales, which you always did me the great courtesy of believing. Now you are grown.
You that we had Ohio locked? Well, then at least give me the courtesy of printing down your column.
And do not fail to extend to him every courtesy you would extend to me.
Lenient.
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 Lenient. Lenient.
Maybe he'll be lenient. Maybe he'll be lenient. Maybe he'll be lenient.
Look, I shot the man, Clark. He's not just going to forgive and forget.
I would suspend the licenses of reckless drivers. Current laws are much too lenient.
You're making laws now?
Oh, she wants to be president.
Oh, excellent.
Don't feel guilty.
With kids, it's always guilt. If I'm too lenient, I'm guilty. If I yell, it's even worse.
I'm very lenient. You'd have been awesome, Paul Barnes. Huh?
Since she was 2 years old. Natalie Flores has become a flashpoint for Illinois illegal alien policy, which some have decried as the most lenient in the nation.
68.
We're fine with the cover sheet.
We wanted a redraft anyway. We feel like Mr. Gross is being far too lenient financially.
Then what are the allegations? I'd at least like to know what I'm being accused of.
It's perceived that you're more lenient towards Savvy.
Okay.
He's taking his chances on a lenient judge.
No, he's hoping his loyalty gets back to Pratt.
Twice I was discovered and brought before the regents. Twice they were lenient and gave me a reprieve. The third time...
You fools. You're being too lenient. He betrayed you. Actively sought your deaths. Doesn't that matter to you?
Given the circumstances, everything you've been through, her emotional state, the judge might be lenient when it comes to sentencing.
Outrageous.
Outrageous. Outrageous. Outrageous. Outrageous.
That's you, Walter. You're Jekyll and Hyde.
That's an outrageous statement! I demand we strike it off the record. Overruled.
No, you were outrageous. You were outrageous. You were outrageous. Constantly criticizing me, wearing me down.
Well, as of now, if you want me to stay, we rip up the contract. I don't pay you a cent.
That's outrageous! That's outrageous! That's outrageous!
Was it quick in my car?
Vat of mashed potatoes.
How are you liking those mashed potatoes?
They're outrageous, outrageous, outrageous.
Yeah? They taste good?
Mm-hmm.
How much is he?
He's $3.50, sir.
That's outrageous. Even for private.
Sir, the machine is alive.
Me and the drink don't always dance well together. I acted up. I acted outrageous. Sorry.
No, that's good. No, I'm not joking. That's outrageous. That's not acceptable behavior. You don't just go and take your penis, put it in my wife's hand.
My people?
That is outrageous. Did everybody get a call? Because I didn't.
So that sounds outrageous. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Your son. And as for the dowry, it was waived because it's antiquated and outrageous.
You just largella.
This is outrageous. This Melanzana deceived us.
Of Mr. Hodes.
That's outrageous.
Weekends at the house unsupervised by Mr. Hodes.
This is outrageous. I would not allow it. I am